So what else? I bought 2 dogs while you were gone.
Yeah, they're hideous. What were you thinking?
Hey, man. No, they're fucking great.
No, I like little dogs. That's my preference. I feel like, if a little dog fucks up, you can just smash him against the wall, and like if you got to dispose of him, that's a quick hole to dig. You know what I mean? But a big dog,
I could just put him in the bottom of a garbage bag. I could fit him in like a bathroom garbage bag.
If they're small enough, you can flush them. One of those industrial toilets.
The dogfish.
Yeah, dogfish.
Yeah, it would take me like 5 cuts to flush that dog down the toilet.
Yeah, or if you mushed him up a little, like if you just really, if you threw him in a garbage
blender,
bag,
garbage disposal. You could put the dog in the garbage disposal. I suspect you can't do that with Great Danes.
Yeah, the bad thing is like you'll like just not paying attention. You'll accidentally because they just live around your feet. They follow you everywhere. Like you'll accidentally kick one, and my step forward is to them like a freight train hitting them, and they'll look up like. I've been so good. I didn't shit in the house. I didn't pee. It's like Fozzie. My bad, but don't circle me while I'm walking.
You named him Fozzie Bear because he looks like that.
We named one Teddy because that was the one I got my girlfriend for her birthday, and she named it. And then Fozzie was the name of the name the breeder gave it, and I was like, that's pretty funny, and so I kept Fozzie.
Yeah. All right. Well,
yeah, they're well behaved enough. I spent $120 on gates for my kitchen to try and keep them in there until I bought a $90 gate that actually keeps them out because they can escape from anything. Like my girlfriend sent me, I bought a nice ass gate to keep them in one part of my kitchen just a couple days ago. And she got home way earlier than I was. And she Snapchatted me and was like, oh, Fozzie's a little escape artist. And he'd climbed up in a methodical way. And then just climbed across my trash cans, leapt off, and it was like, you little fucking cunt.
Bitch.
So,
maybe.
Yeah, you bitch. You little, he's a man, but yeah, you bitch. I'll be sexist to my dog.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting a dog too.
You should, man. But not a Dax kind, like a Fozzie kind.
Yeah, I would probably get a Dachshund, or I would get like a miniature pincher or something. My dad has a miniature pincher right now that's like his lap dog that when he comes over here, he brings it with him. And that's a cool little dog. They look like they're not prone to they're not predisposed to any particular ailments, and a lot of breeds are. Labradors are notorious. Dalmatians, golden retrievers, all those breeds have.
I'm outnumbered by the small dog people, but I'm just gonna throw this out there. Great Danes can hold their pee for 14 hours.
And there's also another thing about big dogs.
That's a long time.
Another good thing about big dogs, and maybe some people see this as a bad thing, a con, some would see it as a pro, they don't live very long. So Taylor, I guarantee, as long as these dogs stay healthy and nothing bad happens, an accident, they're going to live a minimum of 13 years, and they could easily go into the high teens. It's not uncommon for those dogs to go 17 years old. It's not crazy. My dad has mutts over there right now that are his Doberman Pinscher is we did the math yesterday. Let's see, I was 22.
He has a Doberman Pinscher or a miniature Pinscher?
Both. 8, and it's 29. Holy shit, how old is that dog? Wait, that's impossible.
Did you make him 29 years old? Did I hear your thought process?
No. The
dog's 31. Yeah.
I'm 3, so 8, 11, 13. 13 for a Doberman Pinscher, which is old as fuck.
It is, yeah.
For a Doberman. Yeah.
Well, once they get to that age, it's just sad. My girlfriend's family has a miniature kind of poodle that's 16, and it cannot do. And first of all, it's diabetic, and so every 90 minutes they have to give it a shot and give it special food. He is, how when they'll be like, oh, my dog, he's blind, but he can still, he's seeing shapes and shadows and stuff. This dog is so blind. His cataracts make Morgan Freeman's eyes look like a spring chicken's. Bill Cosby's, not Morgan Freeman's. And it's just sad to watch. Just if it accidentally steps onto hardwood, just slips out and falls. I was at a family event of theirs 1 week ago, and everybody's being loud in the kitchen. We're having pasta and shit and laughing and drinking and having a good time. The dog is standing 5 feet away, looking in the opposite direction standing still, waiting, and you like if you walk past it, because it intentionally places itself at a crux in the lower floor of the house where the bathroom is and where like the high traffic area is, and if you walk past him and like brush him, he'll be like, oh. It's a mixture of terrified fright and jubilation.
Yeah,
realizing that he's not stuck in a stasis of blind deaf, and like he's deaf to the point that if you were like, buddy, come here, like right in his ear, not moving.
Jesus.
He
That's
has
one of the
zero
small
sound and zero vision.
Downsides to me. Like Kyle says, hey, some people think pro con. The fact that they live long sounds nice. But if they spend years 10 through 16 as gross and suffering, then it's like, I'd rather them just go from 6 to 8 and fall off a cliff.
Oh. Yeah, he's
off
the cliff.
A virtual cliff, that is, not literally fall.
Have you ever
he's
seen
at the bottom of a canyon right now.
Have you ever seen the movie The Fly 2?
No.
I think so, but I don't remember him like you do.
Oh man, there's a scene from The Fly 2 where like he's in this it's the son of in the first movie the guy turns himself into the fly, and then but then he gets a lady pregnant and she has a fly baby. And it looks like a boy, but they've got him in a research laboratory, and he's the star of the second movie. And they're doing experiments there on him, but he doesn't know it. He just thinks this is life. I live in this research lab. That's what everybody's life is like. And he's got like a pet dog that he like finds that's a test subject, because they're trying to still use the whole machine that created the original fly. And like he finds it later on, like years later. He thought they killed it after it had been accidentally turned into this mutant in the machine, but they've been keeping it alive all this time, suffering. And it's all just like, kill me. And he's just like crying, looking at this, because it's so fuck. Let me see if I can find a picture
that's
of it.
hilarious.
It's so horrific. It's
hilarious.
So fucking
It's
horrific.
a comedy, Taylor.
It is not a comedy. The
like
Fly.
Just a fun for all ages.
Oh my god, it's so fucking awful.
Couple topics.
You know, a side thing is Chiz was like, he keeps a nice, finger on the pulse of the listeners. He was like, ever since Kyle got locked up, the whole people getting hit by cars
by the way,
has dried up entirely, and people would like it if you'd bring that back. And I was like, oh my god, Kyle really did bring 100% of our urban traffic accident clips. What is this right here?
Oh god.
That's what the dog looked like.
That's what my girlfriend's family's dog looks like. Almost.
Yeah, it's horrific. It's horrific. That movie has all practical effects. So like, yeah,
that's way better. That's why Lord of the Rings, like the movies are so fucking good. Like it's almost all practical effects, making the Uruk-hai look awesome, making the orcs look tight, the Nazgul looks sick.
You know what the weakest part of that entire movie is?
Huh. Oh, the ghosts.
Yes.
Army of the Undead.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have my own. It's the scene with the water that runs through, and it obviously looks like models and ridiculously over the top fake.
That's bad too. And
ruined
Two Towers
it for me. Yeah.
Oh, when Arwen is calling the
No. I think
it's the third movie. I'm not positive though. It's the second. You say?
Oh, the Two Towers when the Ents are attacking Isaac.
Free the river.
Yeah, and they wash everything away. And it's obviously models in like slow motion water,
miniatures. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's disgustingly bad. Yeah,
What